Hi dear friends. All Christian life is about a relationship. It's about a friendship. And in these days leading up to Pentecost, we are invited to cultivate a special relationship with a person, with the Holy Spirit. As Christians, we tend to know so much about God the Father and God the Son. But the Holy Spirit is the least known and perhaps the most neglected of the persons of the Blessed Trinity. But the irony is that we cannot have a fertile and a rich spiritual life without the Holy Spirit. We cannot even know the persons of the Blessed Trinity without the Holy Spirit. St. Paul tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 3, that no one can say Jesus is Lord unless that person is under the influence of the Holy Spirit. So we cannot know God without the inspiration and the guidance of the Holy Spirit. In that same measure, St. Paul tells us in his letter to the Romans, chapter 8, from verse 26 to 27, that the Spirit comes to help us in our weakness. When we do not know what we ought to pray or how we ought to pray, the Spirit is able to guide us. The Spirit is able to conduct our petitions to God in groans too deep for words. And God is able to answer our petition because the Spirit makes intercession for us in accordance with the mind of God. So we cannot know God, we cannot even know how to pray, we cannot have a spiritual life without the Holy Spirit. Which is why we are invited in these days to cultivate a special relationship, to ask the Holy Spirit to be our friend, because the Christian life is simply about a friendship. The Christian life is about a friendship, is to invite the Holy Spirit into our lives and to ask the Holy Spirit to be our friend. There are three aspects of the Christian life where the Holy Spirit can make the most impact. And I am taking this from the sequence, one of the lines of the sequence for Pentecost that says, the Holy Spirit has a capacity to bend the stubborn heart. That is the first. The Holy Spirit also has the capacity to melt the frozen heart. That is the second. The Holy Spirit has the capacity to warm the chill heart. That is the third. And these are three aspects of our own personal Christian spiritual life where we tend to be at variance with God's will for us. So in these days leading up to Pentecost, let us implore the Holy Spirit to be our friend, because He is the only one who can understand us better than we can ever understand ourselves. To ask Him to melt our heart, our stubborn heart, our frozen heart, to warm our chill hearts. Come, Holy Spirit, fill the hearts of the faithful and enkindle in them the fire of your love.
Renew and strengthen your people.